Hello and welcome to my case unboxing of Magic the Gathering Battle for Zendikar. So we've done 3 boxes so far and now we're on to the last half. So now I'm going to be going straight onto the 4th box. So far we've had no expeditions, we've had 3 planeswalkers, and the last box was absolutely rubbish. So hopefully this one will make up for it by providing an polluted Delta expedition. So my name is WingvoltMTG, been playing since Magic Origins pre-release, so I'm still a newbie in the world of Magic. And I'm sorry for my heavy breathing, it's sort of like I've had a cold this week, so I'm going to be breathing down heavily down the microphone to you. So I'm going to go straight to uncommons, rares and mythics. No one cares about the commons. So the first uncommon, Crumbled's Dust, Grip of Desolation, Wind Rider Patrol, and first mythic, which is Dragon Master Outcast. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 6 or more lands, put a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield. And then we got a 4-up swamp and an Eldrazi token. These you need lots of them. More useful than adverts. So one of the other new lands, so last time I showed one of the red ones, so this time you got Skyline Cascade. So Skyline Cascade enters the battlefield tapped. When Skyline Cascade enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls doesn't untap during its controller untap step. So you get a land, and you also get a nice tapping effect from it as well. So, Encircling Fissure, Bane of Balagir, Blighted Fen, and Radiant Flames. And my favourite artwork for Full Art Land. Guess what's at the top again? So, Rising Miasma, for 1 of Slaughter, Akram Stonewalker, and Nissa's Renewal. So, a nice card for landfall. So, and we got our first foil, which is the Plains. Almost mixing that up. So we have Void Attendant, Pathway Arrows, Malika Familiar, and Shrine of Forsaken Gods. So, Transgress the Mind, Catacomb Sifter, Plated Crusher, Ugin's Insight. So, Jadi Offshoot, Cold Blade Roll, Plated Crusher, and Lumbering Falls. So what did he get out of your booster box? Did he get any expeditions or any planeswalkers? Leave your comments below. So, Coastal Discovery, Sylvan Scrying, Retreat to Emeria, and we got even another mythic. So, part of the Waterveil. Take an extra turn after this one, exile part of the Waterveil. And it has Awaken. If you cast this spell for 6 and blue, well 3 blues, also put 6 +1/+1 counters on the target land you control, and it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. So had that in the first box, I believe, and we got that, and we've also got a swamp, foil swamp that is. Via Aggregate, we treat to Kazandu, Serene Storage, and we got a Shambling Vent. So, that's a few cards being lands, so hopefully we will continue this trend with Turn Expedition. On average it seems to you get 1 or 2 per box. I've had none yet, and this is the 4th box. So, Crumble to Dust, Rising Masma, Hydra Sharpshooter, Orion, Reef Hydra, and we got a Swamp and a Dragon. Now we have a use for those dragons. So, Groove Tender Druids, Royal's Retribution, Tide Drifter, and Brutal Uxbalson. Sounds like something after nasty curry. Maybe that's what happened at Wizards when they thought of the name for that card. So we got Cryptic Cruiser, Windrider Patrol, Lighted Woodland, and another land, so Cinderglade. So mythics I'm now missing is Gideon, Void Winnower, which is you can't even. That's the only ones I can think of at the moment. So Infuse with Elements, Resolute Blade Master, Adverse Conditions, and there we go. We got a Gideon Ally of Zendikar. So it's 4-cost loyalty. So until an end of turn, Gideon Ally of Zendikar becomes a 5/5 human soldier ally creature with indestructible. That's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. For 0 cost, put a 2/2 White Knight ally creature token onto the battlefield, and the -4 ability, you get an emblem with creatures you control get a +1/+1, and you can do that as soon as you make him land on the battlefield. And then we have the mountain and a core ally. That's actually a 1/1 rather than 2/2. So now that's filled the void, and we've now actually got more mythics than we did with the last box, and we're not even halfway yet. So Horribly Aoi, Blade Step, Tunneling Geopede, and guess what? Another land, Sunken Hollow. So, Molten Nursery, and Vampiric Rites, Alamoxy Spoiler, and Munda Ambush Leader. And Plains, and we have a foil, Valaka Invoker. So, Rolling Thunder, Carrier Thrall, Plated Crusher, and another Xada. and we've got another foil, which is a Drowner's Emissary, flying at the beginning of your upkeep. Each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. So, death by 1,000 needles kind of card. So, Violent Aggregate, Tide Drifter, Grove Rumbling, Barrow's Tyrant, and Swamp, and an Elemental. So, Expedition Envoy, Slab Hammer, Tunneling Geopede, Bring to Light. A very good card, and then being very popular in cards that use Siege Rhinos. And we got another foil, which is Ruination Guide. So, Retreat to Coral Helm, Blighted Woodland, Ruination Guide, and we got another mythic, a Obnixilus. So, I think I've got a full playset of Obs now. So, Transgress the Mind, Void Attendant, Malika Familiar, and Conduit of Ruin. So, Sylvian Scrying, Transgress the Mind, seems to be getting quite a few of them in this box, Grove Mumbler, and we have Noyan Dar Royal Shaper. After these videos I will be doing a fat pack opening. Luckily I got them, pre-ordered them before they went up to the ridiculous price of what they are now. It's sort of like, it's not worth buying them at MSRP if in America, or RP in the UK. So Blood Bond Vampire, both mean pretty much the same thing. Manufacturer's standard retail price and recommended retail price. Horribly Airy, Groove Rumbler, and another Zada. I think I've actually got a playset of them now. What's your favourite legendary creature in Battle for Zendikar? So, we got Royal Spout, Ulamog's Reclaimer, Slab Hammer, and we have a Blight Herder. So we got Encircling Fisher, Zolaport Cutthroat, Pathway of Arrows, and Lantern Scout. This pack almost looks familiar to another pack that I opened in the last one, with the cards it had. So, Forerunner of Slaughter, Break of Armies, Blighted Fern, and Wasteland Strangler. Again, that looks familiar combination. So I don't know if so Looming Spires, one of the new lands. So Shady Offshoot, Stasis Snare, Arkham Stonewalker, and Smouldering Marsh. I wonder if we're going to get another Smouldering Marsh in next couple cards, packs rather. If we do, then I'm correct in thinking that it's sort of like getting some of the same packs. So we treat Tiagra, Elements Nullify, Adverse Conditions, and we got Canopy Vista, and we got Godless Shrine, our first expedition. So, as Godless Shrine enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, Godless Shrine enters the battlefield tapped. And we got an emblem. Just bear with me a moment, I'm going to sleeve this one up. Let's make sure it looks good. Actually, it looks a very good near mint condition. Because there's been some mentions on the cutting of these cards, seem to be a bit more. So there we go. So that's going to be the first expedition. Will we get a second? I doubt it from this pack, but from one of the next 2 we may do. So Stasis Snare, Cryptic Cruiser, Process Assault, and Serpentine Spike. This is like the first pack, actually, the first box rather, because it's got two Planeswalkers, and overall very good. So Blighted Step, Skyward Earth, Pilgrim's Eye, Smothering Abomination. Don't tell your mum that she's a Smothering Abomination, you'll probably get slapped. So, Bloodbond Vampire, Mercer Ranger, and Blighted Gorge, and another Mythic Undergrowth Champion. Pretty underwhelming now, because now we've got a Mythic Expedition. So Swamp, and we got a foil where Beastcrawler Savant. So we got Watch Shambler, we got Chasm Guide, we got Zilliport Cutthroat again, and we got Munda Ambush Leader. And that's his name. You see him on some of the trailers. And then you got Forest Land and Octopus. I doubt we were going to get a Kiora in this set, but so Carrier Thrall, Charger, Moorcaller, Chasm Guide, and we got March from the Tomb. I think we got almost got a place out of that. So Plains, and we got an emblem for Kiora. So an octopus and an emblem. Maybe, maybe not. Be very, very good if it does, but so Groove Tender Druids, Retreat to Hagra, Resolute Blade Master, Angelic Captain. So pack left. 4 packs left in this pack. Well, let's go into the 4th one now. So we got Blighted Cataract, Stasis Snare, Skyward Elf, Hero of Gamma Feather, Island, and Eldrazi Silent. So let's do the Eldrazi first. So Halimar Tidecaller, Damping Pulse, Skitterskin, Perry Stream, and Forest and a Emblem. So we've had the Octopus, we've had the Emblem, so and now we're on to Kiowa. Sorry for the noise in the background if you can hear that, someone's cutting the grass. So, Angel of Renewal, Undo Rising, Retreat to Kazandu, and we got Exert Confluence. Exert Influence, rather. That's me not reading things properly. I do that a lot of times, even at work. I don't intend to. There's one of the other new lands. So, Fertile Thicket. Fertile Thicket enters the battlefield tapped. When Fertile Thicket enters the battlefield, you may look at the top 5 cards of your library. If you do, reveal up to 1 basic land cards from among them. Put that card on top of your library, and the rest on the bottom in any order. And it's a you may, so you don't have to do it. But if you do, and you draw a land, you may keep that on top, otherwise keep it at the bottom. So Bane of Balagird, Spawning Bed, Core Entanglers, and Scattered to Winds, and Mountain, and a Plant. So this pack was a very good set. So we've had Godless Shrine, Undergrowth Champion, Obnixless, Gideon, part of the Waterville, and Dragon Master Fcast. And the foils, well, you've got Godless Shrine, if you want to count that as well. So Beastcaller Savant, Ruination Guide, Drana's MSA, Valakut Invoker, and Swamp and Plains. I don't know how many lands type cards you get, and then it increases your odds of getting an actual expedition. So on to the rares. You have Scattered to the Winds, Exert Influence, Prairie Stream, Hero of Gamma Feather, Angelic Captain, March to the Tomb, Munda Ambush Leader, Smothering Abomination, Serpentine Spike, Canopy Vista, Smouldering Marsh, Wasteland Strangler, Lantern Scout, Light Herder, Zada, Noyandar Warrior Shaper, Conduit, Bring to Light, Barrage of Tyrant, Zada again, Munda of Ambush Leader, Sunken Hollow, Cinder Glade, Brutal Expulsion, Orion Reef Hydra, Shambling Vent, Lumbering Falls, Ugin's Insight, Shrine of Forsaken Gods, Neuce's Renewal, and Radiant Flames. And the uncommons. So, Core Entangler, Spawning Bed, Bane of Balagird, Retreat to Kalandu, Undo Rising, Angel of Renewal, Skitter Skin, Damping Pulse, Halimar Tidecaller, Skyward Elf, Stasis Snare, Blighted Cataract, Resolute Blade Master, Retreat to Hagra, Groove 10 Druids, Chasm Guide, Trudeau Warcaller, Carrier Thrall, Zulaport Cutthroat, Chasm Guide, Watch Shambler, Blighted Gorge, Mercer Ranger, Blood Bond Vampire, Pilgrim's Eye, for everyone that likes their Thopters, Skyrider Elf, Blighted Step, Process Assault, Cryptic Cruiser, Stasis Snare, Adverse Conditions, Olamug's Nullifier, Retreat to Hagra, Akram Stonewalker, Stasis Snare, Jadi Offshoot, Blighted Fen, Break of Armies, for one of Slaughter, Pathway of Arrows, Kazilabert Cutthroat, Encircling Fisher, Slab Hammer, Olamug's Reclaimer, Royal Spout, Groove Rumbler, Orieri, Horribly Airy, Blood Bond Vampire, Groove Rumbler, Trangus the Mind, Sylvan Scrying, Malachi Familiar, Void Attendant, Trangus the Mind, Urination Guide, Blighted Woodland, Retreat to Callhelm, Tunneling Geopede, Slab Hammer, Expedition Envoy, Groove Rumbler, Tide Drifter, Blighted Aggregate, Plated Crusher, Carrier Thrall, Rolling Thunder, Olamug's Despoiler, Vampiric Whites, Molten Nursery, Tunneling Geopede, Blighted Step, Horribly Airy, Adverse Conditions, Resolute Blade Master, Infuse with the Elements, Blighted Woodland, Widewinder Patrol, Cryptic Cruiser, Tide Drifter, Royal's Retribution, Groove Tender Druids, Hagra Sharpshooter, Rising Miasma, Crumble to Dust, Serene Steward, Retreat to Kazandu, Via Aggregate, Retreat to Emeria, Sylvan Scrying, Coastal Discovery, Plated Crusher, Cold Blade Roll, Jadi Offshoot, Plated Crusher, Catacomb Sifter, Trangus the Mind, Malachi Familiar, Pathway of Ares, Void Attendant, Akram Stonewalker, for one of Slaughter, Rising Miasma, Blighted Fan, Bane of Balagade, Encircling Fisher, Wind Rider Patrol, and Grip of Desolation, and finally Crumbled to Dust. So this concludes the fourth box, where we've actually got our first expedition, and a couple planeswalkers, and been a very good box. So made up from the last box. So join me on the fifth box,